Hey everyone, Nick here with another Stronghold Warlords video. Yesterday I got the opportunity to sit down with Matt Smith, senior programmer on the project, to discuss 100 of your community questions about our latest castle sim. These questions range from specific technical queries through to more general comments and questions about the core gameplay and features of Stronghold Warlords. They were taken mainly from YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, but also external communities like the unofficial Stronghold Discord and subreddit. Just a little note before we begin, some of the questions and comments have been abbreviated to fit in with our fancy little motion graphic, so if you don't see your full question, rest assured the essence of it is still there, and if all else fails, just blame Aaron like I do. Will there be any improvements to unit collision?
Yeah, we've got unit displacement now. In fact, I think you did a video on it recently.
I did.
So they should go and check that out.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
That's a no. Will you add vegetation to the terrain?
Well, we're going to go for more of a kind of barren wasteland type effect, but as Rams play us so nicely,
We'll add it.
Yeah, we'll add some vegetation in.
Just for you, Ram. With the new Warlords, will matches last longer than in previous games?
A little longer than your average.
Will you be including Vietnamese dynastic heroes like Leloy?
I don't know if we revealed this yet, but...
We haven't, but you can.
Yeah, there we go. Exclusive. Our first campaign in the single player mode will be set in Vietnam and the rise of certain factions, and I'm not going to reveal any specific names just yet.
Good.
I think that's something for down the line.
Any specific innovations in Warlords building on previous games?
Yeah, for sure.
Will particular factions use specialized combat styles or abilities?
We will have specific units clearly identifiable from a certain place and or time.
Yeah, like Crusader, right? With the
Exactly like that.
Will there be bamboo farms in the game?
Yes, yeah, there'll be bamboo.
Will there be anti-siege weapons such as burning logs?
Oh yeah, for sure. Without saying too much just yet, introduce some new and
explosive.
I didn't say that. You said that. But yes.
What about tower customization options like hoardings?
Yeah, we'll have hoardings in the game again.
Any improvements planned on the fire effects?
We're still very much working on those and getting the polish in there and getting them looking nice.
Will you translate the game into Polish?
Duck?
Duck. Very good. I have only one request. Will you remove Gong?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the best. Any planned improvements to animations?
Yes, for sure. That's something we've got some in place, but there's definitely ones that we're not happy with yet. Yeah. So we need to get those up to standard.
Yeah, get from pre-alpha to alpha and beyond.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Otherwise, why did we buy that motion capture suit for?
Exactly, in the studio, right? Yeah. You have to send the horse back.
It took so much work to get you in a leotard.
On top of a horse.
On top of a horse.
And it's a challenge.
Covered in ping pong balls.
Every day's a challenge.
If we don't use that, then we're just going to look silly.
Yeah. Generally, will buildings require less resources to build?
Walls for sure. Outside of that, who knows?
Will there be East Asian equivalents to the rat, pig, snake and wolf?
We're embracing this new setting, so you can expect to see a whole new cast.
Will there be a German translation?
Ja, natürlich. I know a bit more German than I do Polish. Deine Mutter ist ein Schweinhund.
Hund.
Pig dog. Schweinhund.
Deine Mutti ist ein Hund, is your mum's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I added...
What did you add?
I think I called her a pig dog.
Jesus. What's it like working at Firefly?
At the moment, far too warm.
Yeah. Who is the worst Overwatch player in the office? What's the hardest thing about working at Firefly?
Continuity.
Will there be a 360-degree building system?
We'll be bringing back the grid system from the classic titles.
Any news on system-specific requirements?
Well, internally, the goal is to keep it at the same level as Crusader 2. So it'll be maybe slightly higher than that, but ideally, around the same level.
Will castle structures be upgradable with unique benefits?
So we'll still have the small, medium and large keeps that we have in previous games. But that's something we really want to do with the Warlord system in particular, is give you the ability to sort of increase the rank of a Warlord, and then along with that come certain benefits, including bigger, stronger castles.
Will there be multiplayer?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Will there be more of a focus on multiplayer or single player?
I mean, I'm trying to get a balance between the two. I mean, like the Warlords, for example, in the campaigns, you'll have certain Warlords in certain places, and that'll be your mission will be about them. But then I've still got to make sure that we can drop those into a skirmish or a multiplayer game, and they'll add something there as well.
Will units merge in Warlords?
What, like Station?
Yeah.
No, they won't. Do you know Station?
Yeah. I didn't get it either.
Station. From Bill and Ted. Fine.
Will there be a Zen Garden?
Yes.
Will normal units, i.e. non-siege units, be able to destroy walls?
By default, yes. But we're keeping the ability to turn on strongholds, in which case, no.
Ever thought about making a steampunk stronghold?
The question is, how far do you go before you lose the quintessential strongholdness?
That's true. Could be a castle in the sky.
Yeah, or underwater, or in space. Who knows what our next game is? Was that an Easter egg? Maybe.
I don't think this is a usable take.
Okay, fine.
Are there any Middle Eastern civilization buildings in the game?
No. We'll be sticking predominantly to Chinese, Japanese, and Mongolian architecture.
Will the units be voiced in English or Chinese and Japanese?
All three, depending on context.
Will the gameplay be more sim-focused like in Stronghold 2?
Absolutely. Warlords will have.
Oh, really? What is your favourite real-life castle?
A couple of years back, I went to the Alhambra in Spain. That was pretty cool. Best thing about it was the throne room, which had like stained glass windows on the three sides, and then you had the entrance.
信任
Reason
means
being
trust.
that if some
To
sort
have
of
faith.
diplomat or envoy turned up, no
Here,
matter what time of day,
in this army,
the guy in charge
we fight for more than food or money.
So,
We give our lives to something.
Ah.
I thought that was whatever the medieval equivalent of baller is.
Will the gameplay be as complex as Stronghold 2?
Well, we won't have the gong system in there anymore.
But we will have gongs.
We'll have some gongs, just not some gong.
Did you get inspired by Total War 3 Kingdoms?
We've been working on this for quite a while now, so no,
Will castles have to be built on flat terrain?
not necessarily.
Will it feel more like Stronghold and Crusader or Crusader 2?
In some ways the former, in other ways the latter.
He also asks, is there a max height limit?
Yes, once you go above a certain height in RTSs, things get tricky.
What about Chinese siege engines in the game, like the Sky Cart?
We're having a lot of fun with possible siege engines. You'll have to watch this space or this YouTube channel, but yeah.
Warlords on motorcycles sounds better though.
This is some sort of meme.
When will we see raw gameplay?
At the next show we attend.
Will Warlords be assigned or preset for every map?
Certainly in the campaigns, that's what we're planning to do.
Will Warlords have the same vibe as Crusader?
It's sort of taking it to a different location from medieval Europe. We're aiming for a similar tone. A lot of the gameplay elements be familiar.
Did you take inspiration from a game called Shadow Tactics?
No. I wasn't aware of it, but after you explained it between takes, it sounds pretty cool.
Need to see the wall damage and crumbling effects for walls.
It's good. I mean, if you're asking the question, will we see those things? I believe we've got a feature spotlight coming up on that very subject.
You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Keep it on Steam.
As we said in our E3 video, it will be available on Steam on release.
Is the music in the reveal trailer part of the official Warlords soundtrack?
Yes, yeah.
I was hoping Warlords would be set in India.
It's a very interesting period in history. What was going on in that area at the time. However, it wasn't quite as well suited to the sort of the Stronghold formula for one reason or another.
Will you allow players to mod the in-game Warlords?
Technical reasons at the very least. We won't have sort of full modding in the game, which is not set up for that basically. Yeah. That said, we're hoping, with the features we're adding to the map editor and the options you'll have, in the game lobby, and not least the Warlords and what you can do with those, You should still have a lot of control over how the game plays out and the experience of it.
Will you add in-game diplomacy to the game?
Yes. You'll have certain structures and means to accrue what we're calling diplomacy points. Then you'll be able to spend these on vying for favour of various warlords, issuing decrees to them to get them to do your bidding, help you out, or some of the dirtier jobs that might be required.
Do you have plans to create Legends-esque DLC for Warlords with mythical creatures and heroes?
No mythical DLC planned yet. We're consciously sticking to sort of historical fact, but the time and the place of the setting means there'll still be some pretty interesting units in there.
Will you be adding European mercenaries to the game?
Almost definitely not.
Will Warlords have a Crusader Trail style mode with skirmish missions?
Nothing quite like the Trails, but there'll still be a lot of single player content.
Will the game have an automated selling and buying of resources?
Yes, I think it'll be in a slightly different form to what people are used to, but there will be something like that in there.
Will units be trained in squads like in Battle for Middle-earth?
No, it'll be barracks as it was.
Will there be a unit similar to the Macemen from Crusader?
We'll certainly have units that have a lust for life, should we say, gusto.
When they Liverpudlian accents, I think. So.
Or Lancastrian.
Or the Lancastrian, sorry, yeah.
So, yes, they'll
Probably
be there
doesn't
in
make sense
spirit.
in Asia, but yeah, in spirit. Will you add colourblind options for troops displaying behind buildings?
We're certainly hoping to.
Can the ability to see units through buildings be turned off?
Yes.
Will this game have support for ultra-wide monitors?
In theory, yes.
How many players can play online in a single lobby?
At the moment it's 4, but we're definitely going to be trying to make some changes to get that number up to maybe 8 by release.
Will there be a map editor?
Yes, we'll be releasing the standalone map editor that we used in previous titles. Prior to launch, so you'll be able to go in, make some stuff, and have your own maps ready to go come day 1.
Please, Firefly, what is the release date?
2020.
So I'll no longer be able to fit 25 archers into a small tower?
No. We're bringing in a system that will make things more consistent in terms of how many guys you can have on the walls or the towers. So yeah, there'll be no more penguin huddles of archers.
Will you release a beta?
Hopefully, yes.
Will you add fog of war?
No, is the short answer. It's not a feature of the Stronghold games, and it's not something we're planning to introduce at this point.
Are there any other types of victory other than just conquest?
Oh yeah, diplomatic, economic, all sorts of stuff. How much will it cost to buy the game?
Nothing finalised just yet, but hopefully around the same as Crusader 2.
It's pretty easy. Yeah. Just read off.
I know, I've got the easy job.
Yeah,
really.
But also you get the difficult questions.
It's true. What was the most exciting yet difficult feature to get working?
For sure, it was the overhaul on the walls.
Is game optimization and performance a priority?
Oh, for sure. We actually just added in a new sort of suite of tools that let us see exactly what's happening when the game's running, areas for improvement or ways to take advantage of newer tech, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely.
Any chance of guns, cannons, or even rocket arrows?
No, maybe, and pardon, respectively.
Will the game be moddable?
No, not such, but we're going to have Steam Workshop integration for user-made maps.
Will it have a physical edition?
Well, the hope is... actually, do you know what? Should we just do that again? Yeah, okay. Will it have a physical edition?
Hopefully, yes, in certain territories. Can't confirm anything just yet, but just wishlist it on Steam to be safe. Will each civ have their own economy?
No, but there'll be a lot of buildings and units sort of give a flavour and represent each culture. Multiplayer and skirmish goes, all bets are off.
Will peasants say something when they're selected?
It's a good question. One we'll hopefully be able to answer later.
Can you change player colours in single player?
Maybe not in single player, but certainly in multiplayer.
Any news about a new Firefly series with Nathan Fillion?
Did he drop the restraining order yet?
Not quite yet.
No, so not yet.
Hopefully soon.
We'll see.
Just keep up your best behaviour, Matt.
Yeah.
Will crossbowmen be in the game?
It's Stronghold, so yes.
I want Stronghold VR. What are your favourite units so far in Stronghold Warlords?
3 words: historically accurate flamethrower.
Will maps be restrictive on castle size and land allotment?
We're going to have the extra large maps again, and there'll be free build mode where you can go nuts. For gameplay reasons as much as anything else, we still going to have some restrictions in place. You've got to keep it tight and efficient.
Will castle building have as many options as Stronghold 2?
Yes, yeah, we've got some of the classics in there. We've got stuff with popularity, diplomacy, good and bad lords, some familiar stuff but with a new twist on it. In particular, we've got a change coming to the way hovels work, which I'm really looking forward to.
Are the Warlord estates more like city-states from Civ?
The key difference here being that we're kind of mixing the grand strategy and the RTS stuff, so they'll be quite different just as a result of that.
So this time we'll only have 3 types of food?
It'll be 4 if you include tea.
Did you guys ever play Battle Realms?
No. I don't know if I'm losing credibility here, but not actually familiar with it.
My estimation of you just dropped down like 3 points.
Yeah, and it was pretty low to begin with.
Yeah, we're into minus numbers now.
Cool.
Plot twist, Stronghold Warlords is set in Area 51.
Memes.
Any plans for Mac compatibility?
Windows only for now.
How crazy can the turtle buildings get?
Well, we're planning to have him in our first demo, so people will be able to see firsthand just how crazy he can get.
Any teases about tower-mounted siege equipment?
They'll mostly be made of wood. They will have some gunpowder.
Thank you. Is the Warlord system like the consulate mechanic from Age of Empires 3?
Well, I've been looking for a good excuse to go and play some more Age of Empires 3, so let me get back to you.
Will Fear Factor give the same penalties and bonuses as before?
We don't, at this sort of pre-alpha stage, have all the numbers nailed down, but it will play very much a similar role to the previous games, just adjusted for a new setting and new mechanics.
Please show us the scribe.
I think you'll have to wait for a big reveal for that.
You will.
But he will be in there, or maybe at least a distant cousin of his.
Will we get crossbow-mounted war wagons?
For now, all I'll say is props for the reference.
Could you add more than 2 cultures, please?
Done. You'll get Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, and Mongolian.
Oh my god, Chinese Empire. Can I play this game now?
We'll be taking it to a bunch of shows and expos, so that's probably going to be the first place you'll be able to get your hands on it.
No Italian localization?
We'll have fully localized text, so UI, subtitles and such, but not the voice lines now.
Will the AI feel similar to past games?
Hopefully yes and no. There'll be some familiar elements there, but we'll be building a lot of things on top of that, especially with the Warlord system.
Will the economy be as simple as Crusader or more challenging?
Hopefully more challenging. We've got a few new elements in there to consider, and some of the sort of supply chains are a little bit more complex this time, so yeah.
Will there be more campaign maps than in Crusader 2?
Oh yeah, way more.
If this game has a campaign like Stronghold 1, then 10 out of 10.
Yeah, when the time comes, get the game and put that enthusiasm on Steam.
Will Firefly t-shirts be available to buy?
I'm probably not the person to ask for that.
We don't run a merch store, unfortunately. Maybe, if we get big enough. Will you guys make the AI lords funny like in Crusader?
They will be different characters, but I think the humour's still very much present.
Extra hard difficulty, please.
Don't worry, we will bring the pain hard.
But any of you want it.
And in a good way.
Yeah, that sounded really dark. I'm sorry.
Cut.
So that was over 100 questions and hopefully satisfactory answers to some of your most pressing questions about Stronghold Warlords. I'd like to thank Matt for helping me answer this barrage of cultural, mechanical and technical questions about our new Stronghold in an exciting new setting. We'll almost certainly be doing new Q&A videos between now and release, and probably also post-release. So if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below and we'll try and get around to them in some form. Finally, if you haven't wishlisted the game on Steam yet, please do so, as it would make a huge difference to us here at the studio. And of course, subscribe here on YouTube for more Stronghold goodness every single month. See you next time. It's so hot in here. Oh.